Get a good screenshot here. All right, yesterday was pretty productive. Got the paddle bow here. There you can see when I say it transitions from round to, there's a pretty good shot of that. And then it's the same on the other side. You have to have the shadowing effect to see that. I call it a razorback. That's kind of a geologic, topographic term. I got the rawhide on Steve's bow. It's going to be in the raven pattern. Newell, here's your little Osage bow. Osage, I should say. I'm just going to thin the tips. That's a little bit on the thick side, but that's easy to take care of with just sanding blocks. So got that, and I've got Gabriel's bow pretty much ready to round the back. Do a little more sanding on it. Shape it into a Galwingy type of affair. You fire harden it, so 3 bows. But then, after getting this done on the bows, vacuuming the first floor of the house, doing some laundry, received a notification that my package arrived. Osage stave. And right off the bat, when I felt the package, I knew this would make a fine fishing pole. I don't think it would make... It's... Yeah, right? You take your chances when you buy on eBay. True. Showed a... Nice. That's a nice inch, you know, and at the tips, it's good. If it's an inch wide, because you're going to narrow it down beyond an inch, and this side certainly is stave quality. But the issue is, when I work down to a growth ring, because of the way this fellow split it, at this point, I'm going to have a bow 1/2 inch wide. And down here, where it pinches off because of the split, undercut, work down to a growth ring, this is not a stave for a bow. It really isn't. You know, when I've purchased staves from L.E. Enterprises, never disappointed. He would have, here's one right here. This is, look at that. You know, it goes all the way up. This is not an L.E. Enterprise stave. It might be, I don't know. Even. You've got some leeway to remove some width, even after you get it down to a growth ring. This is a stave that somebody's familiar with bows would sell. This is somebody trying to make money. I don't know what the theory on this one was. This miserable little stave. One would be, there are people, you know, and I've been known to do this. I wanna make a bow out of this stave. You know, I want the challenge. Somebody sent me a stave before that, like, yeah, I've got this nice stave, and they sent it to me, and it's unworkable. To a point. I'm sure there would be a bow in there. But, you know, I'm not, in this case, interested in just, I want the challenge of getting a bow out of this ridiculously narrow stave. I want to make a bow. I need a stave. And that ain't it. I debated whether or not, you know, to mention the person's name. Beware of this person. Because looking at that thing, maybe he had a nice big round, right? I want to make as much money as possible, so I'm going to split them into like little teeny tiny miniature staves. Instead of just saying, I'm selling to bow makers. I want to sell staves that will work. This would be an L.E. Enterprises quality. Whether or not he sold it to me, this is what you would get from Vern. I'm pleased. Maybe that was just like an extra split off of another stave, and he was looking at that, said, you know, that's passable. I think I'm going to sell it to somebody. Didn't look like the pictures. You know, until you see it close up, didn't look like the pictures. I don't know what to say. Just be careful. You know, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for, and unfortunately I paid for something that I don't know. Maybe I can make a kid's bow out of it. You know, That's entirely possible, like a little tiny kid's longbow, a very narrow one. But it certainly is not going to work for something like this, which I'm interested in. Well, with that, I better do stuff, because I've got limited time until I have to go to my day job, which I have to say, produce managing, full-time, fruit cutter part-time, night and day. I literally have the easiest job in the store. Probably even easier than the guy that just does the floors. And so, yeah, I'm styling. But if you're watching this and that stave was going to be your bow, I'm not going to mention any names. Never fear. I've got really good staves here that I can work with. I halfway thought about just sawing that one in half and then sending it back to the guy. I don't even want my money back, you know, just fit. Take your stave back. I don't want it in my workshop. But you know what? I probably will make a little kid's longbow out of it and, you know, do something with it. I hate wasting wood. Or make a Osage fishing pole. We'll see. With that, the Raven bow. Thank you for watching.